Hello students, I am Ankur Tiwari, physics teacher from Prabhat Kids School, Akola. In last video, we had discussed about the motion, rest and the basic properties of the fundamental and the physical quantities. Now, today we will move forward motion part 2, that is scalar and vector, distance and displacement, speed and average speed, velocity, acceleration and retardation. You are always hearing this term scalar and vector. But exactly what is scalar, what is vector? Even distance and displacement. Even in 7th, 8th standard you learn about the distance, displacement, but more detail we will see in this video. Motion part 2. Motion chapter is divided into 4 parts, that is motion part 1, motion part 2, motion part 3, motion part 4, and you will see all these 4 video one by one. So in this motion part 2, first I will introduce you about the scalar. What is scalar and what is vector? So the physical quantity actually divided into 2 parts. Some quantities are scalar, some quantities are vector. So scalar means what? Scalar means which shows only magnitude. Magnitude means what? Suppose Ram runs 5 km. Ram runs 5 km. So Ram don't know the direction, only he runs 5 km. So here 5 is the magnitude of that Ram. So Ram runs 5 km. What is meant by vector? Vector means which shows magnitude as well as direction. Direction means, again I will take the same example of Ram. Ram runs 5 km towards the south. Towards the south means what? Here the direction of Ram is mentioned. Means Ram runs 5 km towards the south. Here in both the cases Ram travel the distance. But why the second case is a vector, first case is a scalar? Because in first case only it shows the strength of the Ram. Ram runs, but how much? 5 km. Here the magnitude of Ram is 5 km. But in second case, Ram runs 5 km towards the south or towards the north. Here the direction is specified. That's why in second case, Ram covers distance but in specific direction. So that is called as vector. So there are so many quantities. Some are scalar, some are vector. Scalar means what, student? A physical quantity which shows only magnitude but not direction. And vector means what, student? A physical quantity which shows magnitude as well as direction. So let us understand through one more example. Suppose Sita runs 8 km. Sita runs 8 km. Here the magnitude of Sita is 8 km. And another way we can say Sita runs 8 km towards the east. Here east is the direction. Means here Sita having the magnitude of 8 but towards the east direction. So first case we called as scalar and second case we called as vector. Vector means what? Which shows magnitude as well as direction. But the vector can be algebraically added. Means vector possesses the properties of addition. So the addition, subtraction of vector, these you will learn in 11th or the 12th standard. Special chapter is there, scalar and vector. According to your 9th standard level NCERT, first you should understand the basic definition of scalar and vector. Scalar means what, student? A quantity, a physical quantity which shows only magnitude. And vector means what, student? A physical quantity which shows magnitude as well as direction. So some more example of scalar and vector here are given. Here distance, displacement, speed, average speed, velocity. Here acceleration and retardation. So we will learn this topic till retardation. These are the simple terms: distance, displacement, speed, average speed, velocity, acceleration and retardation. So let us understand one by one. So first, distance. Distance means exactly what? Suppose see this activity. I am here. This is my starting point. Okay, I want to go to the school. I want to go to the school. This point is my home and I want to go to my school. I don't have any direction, but I want to go to school. This is my magnitude, okay, and strength to go to the school. So first I go straight, then take left turn, again take one more left, and I reach to my school. Here is my school. So this is my end point. This is my end point. And which was my starting point? This was my starting point. I travel straight, left, then left. Understand the things? Okay. Then next thing. Same way, I want to go to school. This is my starting point. I will go like this. This is my school. So observe this activity carefully. Here I directly go straight and reach to school. And in first case I go straight, then take left turn, and then again take one more left turn, then reach to the school. So in first case what happened? I covered distance. But students, now you are thinking, in second case also, sir, you are covering the distance. Yes, of course, in second case I covered the distance. But in second case, I covered distance in specific direction. My direction is specified. In first case, my direction was not specified. So what happened? In first case, student, I get what? I covered distance. In second case, what happens? I get displaced. So distance and displacement. Here distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Distance means what? Distance means the actual path covered by the object. This is my actual path. And what is meant by the displacement? The shortest path covered by the object. This is my shortest path. So this, understand these two terms. One term is scalar, one term is vector. So what is meant by distance? Distance is a actual path. Actual path. And displacement is what? This is a shortest path. Okay. Again take one more example. Suppose there is a right angle triangle ABC. ABC. Here AB, BC are the sides of the triangle and AC is a hypotenuse. If a person is standing on a position A, he want to reach to point C. Then he is having a two ways, A to B, B to C. And another way, directly A to C. So here A to B plus B to C is a distance travel. And here AC is a displacement, because here the direction is specified. But in first case, the direction was not specified, the distance and the displacement. So let us understand more detail distance and the displacement. So distance is a which quantity, student? Distance is a scalar quantity. And displacement is a which quantity? Displacement is a vector quantity. But what is the main difference between distance and the displacement? Distance is a actual path. Displacement is a shortest path. But both are the distance covered. But first distance, actual path, second distance with the direction. So both having the same unit, that are the length. Basic fundamental quantity length, and length can be measured in meter. Here the standard unit of the distance and the displacement is a meter. Now one more example. This is a straight path. This is a straight path. So student, just my one step is 1 kilometer. So let us understand through this activity how much I travel. It is my starting point. I travel how much kilometer? Sir, 6 kilometer. So what is the magnitude of my distance and what is the magnitude of my displacement? So here you are somewhat confused. Sir, you again reach to the starting point. Here the displacement is 0. And what is my distance traveled? I travel the distance of, I already told you the scale. My one step is of 1 kilometer. So I travel 6 kilometer. Here the magnitude of distance is 6 kilometer and the magnitude of displacement is 0. One more example. Again my one step is of 1 kilometer. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps I travel. So that was my starting point. This is my ending point. So what is the magnitude of my distance? The magnitude of distance is 3 kilometer. And what is the magnitude of my displacement? The magnitude of my displacement is what? Again 3 kilometer. So sir, here what? Here the distance and displacement same. But in first case what happened? The displacement was 0 and distance travel was 6 kilometer. So from this activity we can conclude that the magnitude of a distance can equal or more than the displacement. The magnitude of the distance can be equal or more than the displacement. But distance cannot be negative. Displacement can be negative. This question always asked in the CBSE board exam. So what is the magnitude of the distance? This activity is given in our NCERT textbook. Also one straight line is given that you can see. Okay. So here the distance and displacement. Clear? Distance means what? Actual path. Then displacement means shortest path. The magnitude of a distance can be more than that of the magnitude of the displacement. Understand? So here the distance and the displacement. Let us take another example. If there is a circular path, suppose I am standing here and I take a round and reach to my original position. Here what is the magnitude of my distance? You know, I travel the circumferences of a circle. Yes. So here the magnitude of my distance is 2 pi r. But what is the magnitude of my displacement? Here again the magnitude of my displacement is 0. So these are the example of the magnitude of displacement is 0. When the initial, that is starting point, and final, that is ending point, both the position coincide with each other, at that time the magnitude of the displacement can be 0. But student, you must remember this thing, the magnitude of distance is equal or more than that of the displacement, but never less than that of the displacement. And distance cannot be 0. Distance cannot be 0. 0 means what? The person is not moving, the object is not moving, but magnitude of displacement can be 0. So let us differentiate the distance and the displacement. Distance means what? Actual path covered by the object. Displacement means what? Shortest path covered by the object. Distance means what, student? Scalar quantity. Displacement is what? Vector quantity. The unit of both distance and displacement is meter. But the next point, the magnitude of a distance can be equal or more than displacement. Understand? Then here in displacement, the magnitude of displacement can be equal or less than distance. Yes. Displacement can be 0, but distance cannot be 0. Thank you.